Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss synthetic polymers as we have discussed in previous class about addition polymerization as a part of synthetic polymers. In this video we will carry the next topics of this chapter. Firstly, as according to structure, polymers are classified in various classes like linear polymers which have linear structure, branch polymers which have branch structures like showing in figure B. Examples are low density polythenes. Example of linear polythene are high density polythene, PVC, nylon, cotton, etc. Next is cross-linked. These are cross-linked polymers in which there is cross-linking of various chains of polymers. For example, rubber. Last type of example is network structure. This is example of network polymers. In this structure, these are cross-linked. These polymers are cross-linked with each other. Example are Kevlar and epoxy. These network polymers are very hard and very rigid. Like Kevlar is used in bulletproof jackets. Now we will discuss about some low density polythene. We know that polythene, it is simple polythene. For example, showing in examples, this is called low density polyethylene. It is an example of polythene polymer, but chain length here is 1000 to 2000 monomer units. High density polyethylene. Next example is PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Monomer unit is vinyl chloride. In polyvinyl chloride, chain length is generally 4000 to 5000. It is more polar and stronger bonding. It has stronger bonding as compared to polyethylenes. This is used in pipes. Mainly it is used in pipes. We have heard about PVC pipes. Next is high density polythene. High density polythene. What is the difference between low density polythene and high density polythene is, in low density polythene, chain length is only about 1000 to 2000 monomer unit, but in high density polythene chain length is in between 10,000 to 1 lakh. High density polythene is used in packing, in making bottles, in buckets, etc. Now, ultra high molecular weight polythene. This is a extra class of polythenes which have chain length of 2 to 6 million. It is very high molecular weight polythene and used in joint replacement, gears, helmets, etc. It is strong enough as compared to low density polythene and high density polythene. That's why it is used in making helmets, gears, or joint replacements. Next is natural rubber. We know that we obtain natural rubber from rubber tree, but the natural rubber is very sticky and viscous in nature. It is very viscous and very sticky, and so it is less profitable. So to make it profitable or to make it hard or more elastic, sulfur is added to polyisoprene, या natural rubber. This process is called vulcanization. If a question arises, what is vulcanization? Vulcanization is a process of adding sulfur to natural rubber so that it converts into cross-linked polyisoprene, which is very hard and with very high elasticity, so that we can increase the properties of natural rubber by adding sulfur to it, and this is called vulcanization. And this vulcanized rubber is used in making shoes, tires, etc. Now we have discussed about addition polymerization in last class. In this class we will discuss about condensation polymerization. It is the process of polymerization which involves loss of small molecule. Means when two monomer units will combine, a small molecule will be splitted out of the compound. This process is called condensation polymerization. Difference between addition polymerization and condensation polymerization is that in addition polymerization, no atom loses out, no atoms, but in condensation, small molecule such as water and carbon dioxide splitted out. For example, formation of amide linkage. Like this is an example of a nylon formation. Like in this example, this is one monomer and this is second monomer. In these amino acids, hydrogen atom from one monomer and OH atom from another uh, another monomer goes out, and amide linkage, formation of amide linkage. This is monomer unit of polymer. That means one unit will form by loss of small molecule, so called water. This is example of condensation polymerization. Like polyethylene terephthalate, polyester. It is an example of polyester. The monomers of polyester, this polyester is terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. What happens when ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid combine? One OH of terephthalic acid and hydrogen of ethylene glycol moves out, means loss of water molecule and ester bond formation occurs. As we have simply studied in esterification reaction, when alcohol and carboxylic acid combines, it forms ester by loss of water. So that is example of condensation polymerization. It is used in plastic bottles, making of plastic bottles. Next is we will discuss about next slide. These are some condensation polymers. Like for example, it is a polyester which have monomer unit of these two, one carboxylic acid and one your alcohol. It is also an polyester in which one unit is terephthalic acid and one monomer unit is ethylene glycol. Its common name is Dacron. These are also example of polyester. Next example is of polycarbonate. Next, this is polyamide nylon 66. As we know, this is nylon 66 monomers, adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. In this hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid, formation of amide bond, CONH bond. That's why it is a polyamide. Similarly, this is also an example of polyamide. This is nylon 6. This is caprolactam. Its monomer unit. This is also polyamide, Kevlar. This is also example of polyamide, and this is example of polyurethane. This is example of polyurethane, and these are these monomer units. So these are some examples of condensation polymers. Like further examples are given. Nylon 66. This is a monomer. Its monomer are adipic acid having formula COOH, CH2 COOH and hexamethylene diamine. This is structure of nylon 66 polymer. It is used for making fibers for clothing, sports wears and brushes, etc. Next example is nylon 6 caprolactam, its monomer unit. This is its polymer unit. It is used in making coats for types, tires, ropes and fabrics. Next example is polyester. It is a polyester polymer with monomer unit ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. It is used in making resistant fibers and safety helmets. Next is phenol formaldehyde resin. Monomer units of are phenol and formaldehyde. These are formed when a phenol and formaldehyde units are joined. By this is its monomer unit. It is used in manufacture of switches, plugs, cooker handles, iron handles and parts. Means it is used in fire resistant polymer. It is a fire resistant polymer. That's why it is used in switches, plugs, cooker handles, etc. Next is melamine formaldehyde polymers. Monomer units are melamine and formaldehyde. It is used in the manufacture of unbreakable tableware, trays, clocks, knobs, utensils, handles, etc. Now, many biopolymers are also exist in nature, such as nucleic acid, like DNA, RNA, amino acid polymers, sugar polymers, genetic information for the cells. We will discuss about this in next class. So, till now we have discussed about synthetic polymer. Types are addition polymers and condensation polymers. Condensation polymers, and we have discussed about man-made synthetic and biological polymers. Next we have discussed about addition polymerization and condensation polymerization, homopolymer and copolymers. This is for till now. We will discuss in next class.